A mighty rumble shakes the entire temple. Bloody hell, what was that? Porzel's mentor appears in the corridor. Fancy's tentacles wrapped around her. Have you had enough spirits? Now is really not the time, Amity. Serious talk. Had an earthquake or what was it? Oh, I thought that was you. I suppose not. Commander is examining the goddess's machine. Shall we see what happened? Temple underground, central unit. Whoa! Was that an earthquake? There goes my nap. Launches is squirming. Putting up one final struggle to stay alive. Or stay undead, I guess. So there are still 10 hours to go. But there are still 10 hours to go. I have to defend this place to the death. For 10 hours? There's no way. Perhaps there is a way. We could do it to my ship, flee rather than fight. Move it. How? Circles all stare at the colossal machine. It's possible to form a ritual that removes the seal on it and move it to a new location. Of course, it takes time. I'll need an hour to complete it. I just want you to know that I really don't trust you, honey. An hour is doable. Worth a shot. Alright, I'll help. I'd rather help fending off the beast on the outside. I'd prefer help fending off the beast on the outside rather than with the ritual, thanks. Terminal is still performing the ritual restoration. Let me stay here and keep an eye on it. I'm saying that the terminal will stay in. Fine, I'll stay. You should back up the others outside. Yep, but it'll be fine. They're out there. If anything happens, I'll sound the alarm at once. Okay. Be careful, Commander. Following a quick strategy briefing, the ship girls take the secret passage up through the temple. The only ones left in the vast room are me, Fancy, and Ganji Sawai. Well, have you any questions for me? That's my line. Don't you have anything to ask? In fact, I do. You're a mysterious stranger from across the storm. I'm very curious about you. Having said that, now is certainly not the time for pleasantries. Let's concentrate on doing what we need to do. She occasionally trots over to an empty part of the room. With a silent song in her mind, she then takes the first step of a graceful dance. Vivaciously she moves, dancing with the sublimity of a flower blooming in the early spring. Ornamental bells chime softly while her sleeves draw beautiful curves through the air. She breaks into dance, a glowing golden pattern emerges on the floor. Flickers gently, seeming in resonance with the pattern on the central unit's shell. Orders received. Execute the command. Whoa, even the terminal is glowing gold. Is she really part of the central unit's transfer ritual? That actually makes sense. Oh goddess, let this prayer carry you to a look at that smile, man. She is sus. Showers of prayer and the central unit begins to shrink rapidly until it becomes a metal box no larger than terminal is. The ritual is finished, Commander. Let's board my ship and get out of here. I think I'm right. This reminds me of Pamiat Mercuria Meta. After escaping from the temple, I'm invited to a feast aboard Ganji Sawai's ship. I haven't had a chance to stock up on spices. The spice tastes a little bland. Still, should be better than the grub Fancy offered. I hope you like it, Commander. The dining hall is furnished appropriately for a ship named Exceeding Treasure, and the table is lined with lavish meals. The gently flickering candlelight and the exotic aroma in the air hail a definitively mysterious ambiance. But, on the other hand, on the outside, the ship's cannons fiercely bombard the sea. Such might. Each shot is equal to an enforcer in power. Sawai's felt different ever since the central unit was placed aboard. Don't worry about your friends. When enemies are lifted outside aren't a big threats. Clear your mind and enjoy the feasts. You're right. One thing, though. Let's dig and continue from there, shall we? Sure. Get us all a loaf of bread on the plate in front of me and take a bite. Curry bread? Now then, what do you wish to talk about? Don't beat around the bush. Were you after the goddess's machine from the start? Indeed. I was surprised you agreed to my plan to transfer it to my ship. If I hadn't, we'd all be in danger. Maybe. Wait, you don't think I put the enemies around the island so I could take the machine for myself, do you? Because I didn't. Let's not forget they targeted me, too. No, I don't think you were playing both sides for this. So I have my reasons to not fully trust the church. Tell me, what do you want from the machine? Nothing outrageous, just the power to crush any foe. Like this. We can't light up the night sky in a show of might. Let me ask something different. How long has our group been a part of your plan? Ever since you rescued Wida, learned about Grimoire Terminal? Or even before that? Were you gunning for the terminal all along and saved her? Would have been possible to move the central unit without it after all. My, you really are a sharp one. And you're a great actor. Well, I didn't think it was a coincidence the terminal gave us that map. Thank you. How much does the church know about what's been happening? Furthermore, how much does it know about ancient artifacts? Now, not done anything to hurt you this whole time, have I? No, but it did undeniably deceive a whole bunch of people. Oh god, hang on. I'm getting a phone call. It took a bit. And I promise it's the full extent of my sins. Won't you keep it a secret between us? Why should I? Because you haven't even told the whole truth either, have you? About the central units. She knows? Listen, I'm not your enemy. As for your other concerns, they're not so important now, are they? She shrugs and forces a slightly awkward smile. Come on, relax a bit and enjoy the feast. Don't let this candlelit atmosphere go to waste. So I hear the words relax a bit, and overwhelming sleepiness comes over me. So why did you forgive me? I used a little medicine in place of spices. It wasn't in the food, it was in this aroma. Sweetly and graciously she smiles at me. My eyelids grow heavy and my sight becomes cloudy. Don't worry, your friends are safe. I swear it on my honor. Because this proceeds into the darkness, I feel a warm embrace around me. Good night, Commander. There is no need to say farewell, because we will meet again. Bitch. Somewhere, in an unknown location, I open my eyes and lit with an endless expanse of blue. The compass glows faintly as it casts its light on a certain direction. The compass. Ah, that light. It's time to go home. The light grows brighter and brighter until eventually it engulfs everything. The next time I open my eyes, what greets me is the familiar ceiling of my home. Check the alarm clock behind my bed. Not much time has passed since I lay down. And yet, I know the adventure I had just had was no dream. The roof was right there, in my hand. It's a golden compass, shining lustrously. My pirate adventure really did happen. And it certainly won't be my last. Tempesta of the Sleeping Sea. The end?